let's talk about Jennifer Lopez, who is in the news because apparently, and I did hear stories about this maybe a couple of weeks ago. So I don't want to address it. I don't want to talk about it. But Rob Shutter recently just did on his Substack a story about Jennifer and Emmy, who identified as far as back as I remember was non-binary. But now I'm hearing stories that Emmy now goes by Oscar and identifies as a trans man. Now, Jennifer has not addressed this. She has not come out and said that her child is now identifying as a trans male. But this is the story that's been going around, and it's Oscar Oskar. I'm like, oh, you different. You build different. You out here naming yourself Oscar with a K. So according to let's get into the story. So parenting, as y'all know, was never easy, but doing it under the glare of the spotlight comes with unique challenges. Now, we do have a lot of parents out here who have trans children. Jamie Lee Curtis has a trans child. We got Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union has a trans child. There's a lot of people out here who have trans children. And now, I guess, according to Naughty But Nice, Rob Shutter Substack, Jennifer Lopez now has a trans child. Now, Jennifer is drawing a firm line, as you'll know, when it comes to questions about her child Oscar's transition. She's not discussing it publicly. Now, sources tell Naughty But Nice that Lopez has made it clear to her team and to reporters seeking interviews that questions about Oscar's personal journey are off limits. They said Jennifer's position is non negotiable, a source tells me. She will not be discussing Oscar in interviews, on red carpets, or during promotional appearances. That's not her story to tell. So, for those who are actually thinking that Jennifer is ashamed of her child being trans, when I also believe that one of her sister's other children is non-binary. So maybe she had a head start on the fact that yeah, there is already members of her family who are part of the LGBTQ community, and now that she has a child that also identifies with the community, it's more of an understanding on her part. And so it's not like there's a shame. The fact of the matter is, it's not her story to tell. It's not for her to go around sitting up there, yeah, my child is trans and all this other stuff. When Oscar's ready to come out and reveal what's going on in their personal life, then they will do that. They said she is completely supportive. That's what the friend says. But support doesn't mean speaking for someone. Jennifer believes Oscar deserves privacy and the right to share as much or as little as he chooses. The superstar has long worried about the pressures her children face growing up in the spotlight, saying most young people get to navigate major life moments privately. Oscar has had to do it with public attention from the day he was born. Jennifer is determined not to add to that. Now, according to sources, interview requests have come with a clear understanding that questions about Oscar's transition won't be entertained. Reporters have been told not to go there, said a source familiar with the situation. Jennifer will happily talk about her career, her projects, or even motherhood, but Oscar's personal journey is off limits. Her job is to love and protect her child, and right now that means staying silent. Yes, you have the right to remain silent, and I do agree wholeheartedly with her on this. I do wonder what the twins' relationship with Mark is, because we don't really hear. We always hear about Jennifer and the twins, but we don't ever hear about Mark Anthony. And Mark Anthony stayed laying low and spreading it wide with every other wife he get and getting them pregnant. I mean, I don't know if his current wife had her second kid. So, and I believe he has 7 children. Child, one of them was about to come out part of the LGBT community. You have all them damn children. But I find it also fascinating because here we have a Hispanic household who is a part of this community, and you know where it comes to the Hispanics and machismo and all that other shit. So I definitely feel like when this story does come out, it does showcase like, yeah, besides Ricky Martin, we do have another public figure who has queerness in this cipher and that can bridge the gap and open up more conversations about queer people in the Hispanic community. So, but until Oscar's ready to take on that role, we'll see. But I know Jennifer right now is undergoing empty nest syndrome because her twins are going off to college. College is done because it's June. But when the new season starts up, which I believe is in August, she's gonna be celebrating. Well, she's gonna be going through the empty nest situation because both her sons, I guess we could say that, because now you have a trans male for a son. The twins are gonna go off to college, and yeah, there's that. So shout out to you, Jennifer, and because you know she said on out. everything she does is for the gay community or the LGBT community, and I'm like, really? I mean, if y'all feel like she everything she do is for the community, then okay. If you like it, I love it. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding Jennifer? According to this report, says that yeah, anything doing to do with her child and Oscar is off limits. She will not be discussing their private matters because they didn't ask to be in this business. This is my shit. I decided I wanted to be a superstar and all this other stuff. I didn't. My kids are just part of it are in it by proxy. So whatever your thoughts are on this matter, and I'm going to protect them and give them as much of a personal, private life, even though they get all the glorifications of being rich and living in a mansion and all that other stuff. They're nepo babies, um but I'm gonna protect them like I would if I were just a regular mother out in the street with a regular job. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.